This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, there are calls from Missouri's House Speaker to resign. Dean Plocher is accused of filing false expense reports with the state legislature. Thanks for being with us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. Missouri law allows politicians to use their campaign accounts to pay for travel expenses, or they can seek reimbursement from the state, but they can't do both. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, has been pressing the speaker to explain what happened.
Kelly and Mike, Republican House Speaker Dean Plocher says he's corrected those false expense reports, passing them off as administrative errors. But they were errors that landed at least $4,000 in taxpayer money in his pockets. He's now in the process of paying that money back to Missouri while he runs to become the next lieutenant governor.
And I will keep the secrets of the House.
House Speaker Dean Plocher was not available for an interview, but as he faces fresh scrutiny for filing false expense reports, a former state senator is emerging to challenge him in a Republican primary.
We need to restore integrity and transparency to Jefferson city government, so it's very likely you'll be seeing me announcing for lieutenant governor the next few weeks.
Bob Onder says he's jumping in to take on Plocher after the Missouri Independent reported the speaker falsely claimed reimbursements on travel expenses like a $1,200 plane ticket to Hawaii.
It's amazing to see the Speaker of the House, Dean Plocher, over 9 occasions, over 4 or 5 years, only paying back money after he got caught, seeing him essentially stealing the money of the people of the state of Missouri.
Plocher says in a statement posted online, "We self-reported and immediately corrected the administrative errors." His campaign says he's paid back nearly $4,000 in false expense reports so far.
I believe he's guilty of stealing the public's money, of basically embezzlement, and I think for the good of the district, the good of the state, I think he should resign.
Governor, is it enough that Speaker Plocher has said he would correct his false expense reports, or has he lost the public trust? Should he resign?
Well, I don't know all the details other than what I'm reading from you guys, but he needs to pay it back. I mean, if he owes the money, he needs to pay it back, and he needs to get straight. He needs to tell her what happened. And that's the only thing you can do, is just tell the truth and do what's right after that. So I don't know where that ends or where it goes, but right now what I do know is it sounds like he's paying it back, what I do know, and he needs to figure out if he's going to have the trust of the people. I don't know yet. I think it's too early to be able to tell that.
A House Ethics Commission is convening Friday and could open an investigation or begin to examine this more closely. We offered Plocher that chance to sit down and explain what happened, as Governor Parson called for. His political rivals, including Republican Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft and Attorney General candidate Will Scharf, have both said he should face investigation, explain himself, or resign.
Mark, thanks. St. Louis Mayor Tashara Jones has tested positive for COVID-19. She got the positive test after a conference in Baltimore. She's having mild symptoms and will work from home for the next 5 days. The mayor is fully vaccinated and boosted.
Time for our weather first forecast. A few spotty showers today with more rain on the way.
So let's check in with meteorologist Jim Castillo. Jim?
Yeah, good to see you guys. Look at this. Main Street, St. Charles, wet. I saw somebody with an umbrella and definitely windshield wipers going. About 1/10 of an inch of rain so far in some of these showers moving through. Even Lambert seeing some of the rain shower activity, and some of the wind gusts as high as 31 miles an hour. So it's been breezy. It's been warm. Temperatures in the 70s today, close to 80. In fact, 79 at Lambert. So spotty showers tonight, and then rain likely again, not in the morning hours, but maybe late morning into tomorrow afternoon, early evening. It's warm, it's breezy. Then rain again as we get into spotty rain Friday, but then later Saturday into Sunday, it's a chilly rain and more widespread and probably going to accumulate a little bit more. We'll talk about that in Maine weather, but a freeze likely early next week. Let's take a look at the numbers. About 33 Monday morning in St. Louis, 30 on Tuesday morning, and 32 on Wednesday morning. The wind might be up enough on Monday to where we might not see freeze, but we're definitely going to be cold next week. In fact, trick-or-treat forecast looks like this. Very clear for the trick-or-treaters. Maybe a little less wind, but it's chilly. 44 at 5 o'clock and about 38 at about 8 o'clock. So it's going to be very cold, guys, coming up.
And get your weather first forecast anytime on your phone just by texting weather to 314-425-5355.
Tonight, leaders at a South St. Louis school are warning parents about plans to build a marijuana dispensary directly across the street.
And there's a chance for other St. Louisans to weigh in as well. 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki reports from Soulard.
It's Red Ribbon Week at Lift for Life Academy in Soulard, and as administrators try to educate their students on the dangers of drug use, they're also fighting back against a proposed dispensary just across the street.
Work is currently underway to renovate this former Jimmy John's on South Broadway into a kind goods dispensary that, with city approval, would feature a drive-through. Regardless of what the city decides, the owners have already obtained permitting to turn it into a pot shop. Though Missouri law prevents dispensaries from being built within 1,000 feet of a school, city leaders removed distance requirements in 2020.
I am appalled at it being directly across the street in an urban setting. In an urban setting where I know it would not be in a county setting. You would not have this at Ladue, you would not have this in Rockwood, you would not have this in Clayton.
The city is hosting a hearing tomorrow morning at 8:30 to consider issuing a conditional use permit for the dispensary. The public is invited to weigh in, however, that meeting is being held over Zoom. For more information on how you can give your input, just go to KSTK.com and look for this story under the As Seen on TV tab. Reporting in Soulard, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on your side.
Police are investigating 8 business break-ins that happened overnight in South St. Louis. They were all in the area of Gravois and South Broadway. Police believe all of them are related. One person is behind it. That person used a stolen Chevy to ram into the businesses. The vehicle was later found blocks away. Police are still looking for the suspect. If you have any information, you should give police a call.
The UAW may be inching closer toward a potential deal with automakers, which could end a 6-week strike.
But until then, more and more union members are joining the picket line. And as Justina Cornell learned, it's motivating workers in Wentzville. Justina.
Yeah, so I spoke with a board trustee at UAW Local 2250. Scott Whitman says every time they see a new wave of members join the line, it brings a morale boost for the men and women who've already been out there for 41 days. Just yesterday, they saw 5,000 workers walk out in Arlington, Texas, and another 6,800 in Michigan, which is adding fuel to their fire. Among other things, the UAW wants better pay and improved benefits at the big 3 automakers. Now, a few hours ago in Wentzville, I saw members in action. Some were grilling, others were chopping up wood to make sure fire pits are ready to go for those upcoming cold days. Whitman tells me union members are trying to weather their storm, quite literally through cold, rainy days and even hail. He tells me they want to get back to work but won't settle. Right now, union members are receiving strike pay, which is $500 per week plus benefits.
I have young kids. The holidays are coming up. My kids understand we're not doing anything extra right now. Everybody wants a good contract, but we're all willing to wait to get what's right.
In 2019, the UAW strike lasted 42 days. At that time, the Missouri economy lost about $42 million a week from the GM strike alone.
Justina, thank you. After nearly a month without a speaker, the House unanimously picks a new one. What we're learning about the congressman in charge.
How durable is your phone? Consumer Reports explains which ones passed its drop test.